storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Welcome back to Star Trek Resurgence. So we're on a spacewalk.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
Of course I do.
Yeah, of course I do. Starfleet's an open door. We just have to walk through it. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be.
So these two are part of the engineering detail who work in the lower decks.
You may proceed with the recalibration.
Okay, let's do some recalibrating. What do you mean, this here, presumably?
Beginning recalibration.
Okay, so 2 nodes to center the circular indicators. Right, let's... How are we doing this?
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment. Light touch, Carter.
Okay, like that, maybe?
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Okay, that took longer than it should have.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
You think highly of yourself? That's impressive. That's impressive.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then? You'd leave
That's
Captain
an interesting
Solano
question,
without an
Westbrook.
XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside
Thanks
the
for
realm
your
of
concern,
possibility.
buddy.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned, just curious, that's all. Listen,
I don't think I
can
like the
be
cut of his
honest,
jib.
Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
So from what we gleaned in the first episode, the Resolute had some kind of accident in this this storm. Uh-oh. Doesn't look good. Deflect the shields up, maybe?
Docking clamps are holding. The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami. I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Red alert, let's go.
Red alert!
Aye.
Oh, there it is. The klaxons. Gotta love that sound, huh?
Evacuating main gangway and retracting. Putting sensor visualization on screen. With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
Let's go shields.
Which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Let's go shields.
Get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by.
We don't mean to pick favorites, but let's go.
Understood.
I have to believe this is going to work, right?
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
This is it!
All hands.
Here we go.
Brace for impact.
Oh, are they okay?
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Okay, so we're doing more spacewalking. Oh, guys, this is typical Trek. This is great.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
So, can we presume then that we made the right call there by putting the shields up rather than using the
Engage
deflector array?
override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Okay, that's one. Yeah, so far the mini games they seem pretty straightforward.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Okay, is this a more complex minigame that's going on now? Like that, maybe?
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
We shouldn't do that, but okay. Use Y to use the phaser, okay. Is that it? Let's go. Okay. That worked out, didn't
We
it?
gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but you know.
I know. Okay, so that's where we want to be going. Use your phaser to clear a path. Oh, I see we're on the clock. Whoa. Let's keep it going. Whoa!
Are you alright?
Yeah. So took most of it. Just snuck up on me.
Okay, maybe
damaged your
let's
suit.
stay close to the center of the thing here,
Energy is down
where
to
we can
60%.
we'll get some support. Come on. Oh god, okay, that's not good.
Carter!
That hurt.
Do not.
I know. I wonder how much grace we have with respect to the time. Watch
We're
out,
almost
watch out,
to the
watch out, watch out.
regulator.
Come on, we're almost there. 13 meters, let's go. Why is this the best course? I mean, I suppose.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Let's go. What's going on? Okay, good stuff.
Manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Alright, some more mini games. Let's go. What, Wait, what do we try? What's the go? So, flow disabled. What are we trying to do here? Are we trying to line everything up? Presumably, right? Okay, so we go like that. And then with the white one...
The EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
Oh god, that's not good. That's the docking clamp. Oh dear god, that's not good. Use the phasers, come on.
Get down! Diaz to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
Well, our crew are out there.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest way to...
people on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Oh, yes, sir. It's not that simple. Trust me, it's not that simple.
All due respect, sir, it's a more complex situation than when you
Jara,
disembarked.
I need you to do the right thing. We can't have this go sideways before we even leave for the mission.
Man, he's all about the
Made
mission.
himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
Oh, what are we doing? Oh, God.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Reverse the polarity. We blow the bolts, they're gonna...
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
It's gonna be a... I'm not sacrificing crew 10 minutes
This is
into
Acting
being on the
Captain
job. Come
Jara
on.
Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Come on.
1. Mark!
Okay.
Grab my hand.
Whoa.
I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Alright, come on, guys. We need this sorted, like, now. Come on. Come on, put some welly into it. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Make it happen. I mean, yeah, thanks. Where were you before? Let's go. Here we go. Oh dear. Oh no!
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc to approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that.
Oh god.
Go in there now.
But I bet you were gonna have to, like, do a lot of... Yeah, oh yeah, there's gonna be debris. Of course. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
Okay, more hatches need opening.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in.
No way, you first. Let's go.
Not on your life.
You got injured. Come on.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Let's go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Carter!
We made it.
I feel like I'm looking at a flowchart there where it's possible that we may have lost
They're safe.
Edsela.
Bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Oh no. Well, the price of duty. I'm guessing Carter's gonna be okay, right? They've got like pretty decent medical stuffs in the 24th century.
I'm good. Help me with him.
Let's get this off. Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good. You gotta be more careful.
That's just a burn, right? That's not like an alien.
I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Whew. God damn, that was close. That was close.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Oh man, we're gonna get chewed out. We're gonna get a well done, then we're gonna get chewed out. Here we go.
You disobeyed my orders. Well?
Yeah, well, we can say sorry.
I'm
Come on,
sorry
I mean,
for that,
we...
Captain. I
You
did what I thought was...
disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do
we didn't think about
to
that, did
my
we?
credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Well, you didn't exactly have all the facts.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have
we
all
shouldn't
the
have said that.
information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are. And, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know if you weren't in those shoes. So, let's just boil it down to, you did what you had to. That'll have to be good enough for me.
Thank you for understanding.
Understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy. That was an interesting start. But we did it. Okay. All I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. But I mean, Like, should we have disobeyed
All
the
departments
captain?
reporting full mission readiness.
The crew
We've got our
clearly
full
seem to like
complement
us.
On board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Okay, so presumably we have been repaired, and we are ready to get out. There she is, the Resolute. I do think the kind of saucer-style designs that they have in Star Trek, there's something cool about them. Like, there's something...
That should do it. Set a course for the Otari.
It's like they took an alien idea and they just made it
Hi, Captain.
normal.
You know what? You take this.
Me?
Okay, let's do it.
Helm. Do it.
Oh, I should have said engage. Ugh. That's a missed opportunity.
Nicely done.
Time to sit down. Come. Oh.
Easy.
Whoa.
Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
Whoa, what's going on with us? Oh, is this our thing? Duridium monitoring. Oh, we're at red. Should we be at blue or something?
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander,
Oh, is...
help me get her inside.
Yikes. I feel like we shouldn't have left something this long. Like, if we have a known medical condition, why haven't we checked this out before now? Surely we weren't given that Ura ring, like, as soon as we got on board the ship.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're...
Rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet, and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
It can be difficult, yeah.
I don't like the attention it brings. Being treated differently than everyone else.
But you are different. That's not something you can change.
True. But sometimes it makes it even more difficult than it already is.
And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed.
That's interesting.
Operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. The more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take. People
I won't let that
blind
happen, don't
by
worry.
their own ambition.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why
So basically,
I'm
we have
so
to keep
glad
Solano
you're
in
here.
check.
We need you now more than ever. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Thanks
Understood.
for the reminder, Doc.
And my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
Oh, well, thanks for coming.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's a combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already. Be brief.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall. You did take one hell of a shot, though.
How do I look?
So, be honest. How bad do I look?
You look rugged.
Rugged?
Okay, how about heroic? Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse. Even
Okay.
Millie said.
You can tell me anything.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk.
Okay, I think I know what
What
this
I'm
is.
trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Ooh, Oh, this is too quick. Why do we not have time for this? Oh, go on.
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So, do you want to find out what that something is? If it's there for you, and it's there for me, why not give it a try?
Oh, I don't know. This is way too quick. Let's take it slow. Let's
We
just
don't
take
have
it
to put
slow.
too much pressure on. Let's just see where this goes.
I like that. Definitely felt some pressure coming down to see you.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Okay. Go Carter. Though I did expect the Trill girl to be in here, because I mean we did save her life and all. You know, by insisting that she go down first. And you know the thing about Trill girls, right? Aside from the spots, they have a worm in
Approaching
them.
the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Whoa.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise.
Of course, because we're going to
Into our
rendezvous with the
environmental
diplomat here, aren't
signals.
we?
I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types. I've located
Did we
the
find
shuttle.
it?
Opening comms.
On screen.
Shuttle
Whoa.
to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
It won't get a transporter lock.
Can we deflect
Just not
it?
happening.
Can we track the beam it?
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into
Damn
the docking
straight.
bay.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Come on, Diaz.
Is Diaz the only one who can
First thing,
press the button or
lock
something?
onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
Alright, let's go. Okay, this is the shuttle. Watch out for that
We're pulling in
big
debris.
stone.
I'm on it.
Okay, we have to navigate around it, presumably. Oh wait, how do I... How do I... Come on. Oh! Sorry. It's a big one. Come on, we can get rid of this. We can do this. Come
It's
on.
gonna take out the shuttle. Diaz, the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Commander Rydek, plot an intercept course.
On it.
Why don't we just transport them in, can't we? Like so? Okay, so we need to... Okay, I see, basically. So we plotted the course of the tractor beam. We need to now plot the course of where we want to be going. Is that right?
Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17, 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
Got it.
Whoa! Someone's working hard on the bridge.
Alright, bring it in. Let's go. Okay, more of this stuff, isn't it? And there we go. That shuttle is from the U.S.S. Excelsior.
Shuttlecraft on board.
Interesting.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Terra firma,
Wah.
so to speak.
Ambassador Spock.
Is that... It's Spock! Oh my word. It's Spock! We have to say hi.
The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
Sorry for the rough landing.
Apologies for the landing, Ambassador. I was operating the tractor beam, sir. I take responsibility.
It was not the smoothest transit, but you got us here safely. That is what matters. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space, but it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable. So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies. What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
Probably the storm?
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation is called for.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical. Petty Officer...
Carter Diaz. Sir.
Thank you.
Ambassador Spock.
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. We're already behind.
Oh, well done, Diaz.